What's going on, you guys? Not exactly Krahu here, but I do have a Medal of Honor 2010 gameplay comp for you all today. Some nice little Garmzir Town poundage going on here, but before you slam that dislike button, let me go ahead and give you the lowdown on what's going on here. Now, I'm sure 99% of you are scratching your heads like, who the fuck is this guy? Well, I'm going to go ahead and introduce myself. I am OlBeanHimself. I'm a Medal of Honor 2010 guy, and Krahu has given me the privilege of posting on his channel. Thanks a lot, buddy. I do appreciate the opportunity. Now, before we get into that, let me get into the gameplay a little bit. This is basically support actions for days, which is exactly what Garmzir Town is all about, if you're not familiar with the map. Which I'm sure a lot of you should be. If you all follow Krahu for Medal of Honor, you should know by now that Garmzir Town is basically Spawn Rape City. So hopefully I managed to hold your attention thus far and you haven't slammed that dislike button and or clicked out of the video. But again, Krahu has given me the privilege of posting on his channel to provide a little entertainment for y'all while he's away on his little trip. He won't be back until Sunday. Now, to grant someone an opportunity like this, it takes a lot of trust. It might seem really, really petty, but in the grand scheme of things, trust can mean a lot of things to a lot of people. You can't take advantage of trust. If you take advantage of trust, it's a good way to lose it. Now, for the past few months, Krahu and I have been kind of collaborating our efforts in terms of promoting Medal of Honor Warfighter, which is due very, very soon. I'm excited. But we have been collaborating our efforts to try and promote the game, so to speak, and promote quality development of it. Now, if you're all aware, if you still play Medal of Honor 2010, you'll notice that the fan base is still very tightly wound to it. The small fan base that it did manage to grasp onto is still lingering to this day. I mean, the numbers are kind of staggering, as with PC, this is my platform. PC on a good day, it's just like 300 people. I mean, PS3 seems to be the dominant force when it comes to the Medal of Honor 2010 fan base. I'm not exactly sure of the numbers, but I think they are 1,000. Like, there's usually 1,000 people playing on a good day. I don't know, you might have to correct me on this. I know with the Xbox, it's kind of a little bit smaller than that, something like 500. I'm not exactly sure of my numbers but I know with the PC, it's an average of about maybe 100 to 200 people. Now, I mean, honestly, this is nothing new. I mean, this has been around for quite some time, but the numbers seem to have been picking up as of late. Maybe with the promotion of Warfighter and the upcoming release, I mean, people are starting to give it another chance, I guess. And that's kind of cool. It's good to see people getting back into this game. I mean, it's nice to give it another shot. They decided to try and maybe see the brighter side of things instead of seeing the game for its flaws, which is what a lot of people do. I suppose it's just a natural human reaction to see the bad side of things before seeing the good side of them, because Medal of Honor 2010 did have some pretty redeeming qualities. Now, I know I'm reiterating the same facts as stated over and over again, but the score chain system is seriously unlike anything I've ever seen in a game. It's just something different. I never would have thought that a game would implement rewarding players for capping the objective. Basically the unsung heroes of first-person shooters, because you never see people get rewarded for doing the objective. It's always, you get rewarded for the kills, it's all about the kills. No, for this it's actually about the objective. You gain more points by doing the objective, which is sweet. Look, I sound like a broken record by talking about the same covered topics over and over again. Let me get down to what this thing is real about. It's all about you, Krahu. Dude, I'm sorry, but I gotta give credit where credit's due. I remember subscribing to you a while back. I saw one of your Medal of Honor videos, saw it had a shit ton of views, so I figured you were the go-to guy for it. And it was up until just recently where I found out you were originally a Call of Duty commentator. And I was like, what? I never knew that. And I just started like watching everything, and all of a sudden it kind of developed into this. And now we end up collaborating our efforts to try and promote Warfighter, which is fucking awesome. I never would have thought that I could collaborate with a quote-unquote big-name person like yourself. And just, you seem really down to earth. You know, I'll be honest, you know, I had my doubts at first. I'm like, this dude's not going to give a shit about me. He's like, I'm a smaller channel. He's like, oh, what can this do to benefit me? But I realized, you know, he wasn't about that, which is really, really cool. I did not realize that people, you know, could still be down to earth. I mean, I figured with a lot of time people get this quote-unquote fame and they sort of lose touch with who they are. But no, this guy definitely has not lost touch at all. One of the most chill directors I've ever gotten to talk with. One of the most chill people I ever got to talk with, to be honest with you. And to still be able to stay true to yourself while maintaining such a large fan base, I gotta tip my hat to you. It's a testament to the good person, and it shows if you stay true to who you are, you can achieve great things. Don't ever sell yourself out. Don't ever compromise who you are to gain something. Mr. Krahu here has not done that, and he ultimately gains my respect. And I don't, this probably doesn't mean anything to all you guys watching this right now, but you know, respect is something that is earned. It's not given. You definitely earn my respect, dude, and I have the utmost gratification for collaborating with you in our efforts to promote Warfighter and ensure that it's quote-unquote properly developed, so to speak. I would really like to help you in promoting Medal of Honor Warfighter. I would like to be one of the go-to guys for Warfighter gameplay. That's really, really awesome, and I'm glad you gave me this opportunity. Anyway, you know, that's enough ass-kissing for right now. Let me get back to the gameplay here. The shotguns. The shotguns, I think they're one of the easier guns to use. I mean, that's my personal opinion. From my experience, I tend to think that they're really, really easy just because they get a lot of range for shotguns, but it's not aggravating. Like, the shotguns do not seem overpowered at all. I mean, sure, I do get my share of bullshit one-hit kills on me, and I get them on other people some of the time. But you know what? It seems pretty fair and balanced for a shotgun, and I like it. Apart from all the exclusive guns given out at pre-release, this game is very balanced. And I mean, of course, the definitive argument is going to be the spawns, and yes, ultimately the spawn system is broken, and it did need to be addressed, but again, DICE abandoning this game for Battlefield 3, this game just basically got the middle finger. Like, clean sweep and hot soons. Like, basically, okay, well, here's some downloadable content. Oh, done. Like, that's, really? Come on. And I honestly thought I had a double cruise missile in this game, but I guess there's only one. I guess it just went, you know, ape shit with the shotgun. Anyway, with the revival of the series in 2010, I mean, I still feel it's lacking in substance. While great, in my opinion, it's still kind of lacking in substance because there's always that something missing. There was never that follow-up. And that's why I think it kind of led to where it is now. I hear people talking Medal of Honor is going to be the next COD killer, Warfighter is going to be the COD killer. It's like they're both different games. Why are you trying to put them in the same ring? Like you're comparing apples to oranges. While both games may incorporate elements from each other, there's still redeeming qualities that separate them. I mean, honestly, let's be honest here. You can only have so much originality before you start to quote-unquote steal ideas here and there. I mean, I don't want to prejudge anything, especially with Warfighter, because I want at least the chance to play it before I make my decision. Just to, you know, just to be fair and unbiased about it, I want to be able to wait till release to make my decision about it. I mean, that's only fair. I mean, no doubt, I love the series, but I'm going to wait until the game comes out before I make my ruling whether or not it's the greatest, because prejudging is just disastrous. And I don't know if y'all picked up on that before, but some dude was like calling hacks before. It's like, that just seems to be the rampant problem in the PC version of this. Like, it's nothing but people calling hacks on each other. It's like, shut up, just man up and play the game. I can go on all day about that, but thanks a lot again, Krahu, for giving me the privilege of being on here and entertaining your sub base. You're a good friend, dude, and there will be a link to my channel in the description if you're interested. And how does it go? Oh, and I will see you Sexy Legends next time. Did I get that right? Oh, the video's over. Well, oh, bye-bye.